Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, introducing you to my Dark Souls video walkthrough. We are currently in the environment where we fought Pinwheel, and we're going to be moving towards the Tomb of the Giants and the penultimate fight with Gravelord Nito. So look how dark this place is. Now imagine every single step is potentially a pitfall, and you've pretty much got a good idea of how much bullshit exists in this part of the game. And the reason I spent so long getting this Sunlight Maggot helm is because it does this. It illuminates my surroundings and it enables me to run around, use my shield, and do whatever I want. But one thing to bear in mind in the Tomb of the Giants, there are these really big skeletons that do a lot of damage. They have quite high poise and they're really good at breaking your poise. And when they're on their own, they don't seem like much of a challenge, but when they're together, they can be really deadly. One thing to bear in mind is they have extremely bad eyesight, so the distance that they aggro from is really high, and you can divide and conquer them as I'm doing to these guys. Be careful on that corner there, because there is an archer firing at you who can clip you and make that pain in the arse section of the game. Once you're down here, if you go over to this corner, there's a sneaky bonfire. This bonfire is a lifesaver for anybody who's making their first attempt through the catacombs and through Gravelord Nito's area, because it's so dangerous. The skeletons you're going to be coming across, there is one variant of them that's like a dog, and it's a pain in the ass. I do not like it. It does serious damage. It can go through an eagle shield, and it takes a pounding. It's got good poise, and we're about to meet one here. And I make a mistake here. I try to do the jump attack, and I do the heavy attack. It still works, but I wouldn't have got hit if I'd have jumped. So the ironic part about this is I recorded this entire area and didn't get touched. But when I got to the lower sections where Paladin Leroy invades, my Xbox crashed and I lost the recording. So, you know, as it would have it, when I come back through to record again, it's a much sloppier playthrough, and, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. But if you drop down here where the body is, there's a cheeky ledge, which is a suicide drop unless you know it's here. And this leads to a ring, which is, excuse me, the sister ring to the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. It's the Silver Serpent Ring, and it's on that body there that I just stood over. But you'll notice there is nothing on that body, and this further backs up the proof that I've been here before and my game crashed, and thus I still had the items, I just didn't have the gameplay to record and to give to you guys, so I had to do it again. But once you've picked the item up, jump across here, kill this guy, but do not go any further to your left. There is another one of the bone dogs. Bad news all around. Instead, drop down here, move over to your right, come up this little flank, and this is going to lead you around to the second bonfire. So from here you can go into human form and fight the Phantom Paladin Leroy if you want to. He gives you a lot of souls, and if you do this you will also be able to get his outfit in Gravelord Nito's room, but that's entirely up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. He's very easy, he's just carrying a weapon that's huge. But from this bonfire, I've done this so much that I know a path that gets you through the dogs without even being attacked. So once you're down here, there's my souls from where I had to kill myself to get to the top of this bloody place so I could come back down and record it all again. But, you know, semantics, and it's not your guys' fault, it's my crappy Xbox, I assume. But once you're down here, you don't need the maggot helmet anymore, and you can carry on. There would normally be a crystal lizard there, but he's dead because, you know, I've done this before, I just lost the capture. Walk slowly here and this bone tower will stand up. Be careful if you're using this weapon I'm using, because I mentioned in an earlier video that when you go to attack, sometimes you can be influenced by an invisible field around the enemies. Well, that enemy pushed me off once. Really pissed off. It would have made a funny video, but I lost it in the aforementioned capture failure. This is kind of cheap. As soon as you get near this tower, it's going to move behind you and trap you. So instead of being, you know, fighting bitches on their level, I run past them like the bitches they are. And then this is the baby skeleton room, which a lot of people use to farm humanity and experience, because these babies that come out of the floor will infinitely spawn. And a couple of things to mention here. They will spawn all around you, and if you're trying to run into them, they can clip on you and they can block you off and gangbang you, so be very careful in the water. As you've noticed, this is Pinwheel again, only this is a bunch of Pinwheels because they're now normal enemies in this area. They do drop a slab. I can't remember what colour, I think it's a white slab. The only problem is it's such a rare drop. I farmed this area for a couple of hours and I've never got one. What they are useful for is getting the rest of the family masks, because like the mask of the child for player versus environment is so handy. It's like having a free grass crest shield. Like, you can put it on and use a different shield if you want to, or you can stack stamina endurance, you know, with both and get an even faster regen. That shiny I just got a moment ago was a white slab. That is the only slab in the game I think you can pick up for that upgrade tree, so use it wisely if you're going to, unless you want to farm the pinwheels. But farming the pinwheels, I mean, the luck you need to get slabs is like fucking World of Warcraft type luck, because I've heard there's some ridiculous drops on that game. Not that I would know, because I've never played it and I never intend to, because I think it looks like a bag of shit. That's not meant to offend anybody, that's just fact. Any game that looks as visually terrible as that has you doing tasks as monotonous as that, is not something I want to be a part of. But this is the boss fight with Gravelord Nito, and you want to make sure that you have the Divine Club on to kill the skeletons that are around him, because it makes this fight much easier. Word of warning, this fight does not go smooth for me at all, but it should go much smoother for you. I've killed this guy numerous times and I've never had as hard a time as I have right now. So immediately on landing you want to pop some healing to get your life back, but you'll notice Nito's in super mode, so he immediately hits me with the Gravelord dance, sword dance or whatever it's called. Move forward a little bit to lure the skeletons towards you and then kill them. There's 3 skeletons that you need to kill, and I get super unlucky here because 2 of them come, but 1 of them gets stuck behind Nito. Oh sorry, both of them come, my bad, but I don't kill them both. I'm not too sure. Look at this. Have you ever seen Nito spam Gravelord sword dance this much? I know I haven't. And apparently he toxins me, but if you look at my life, the toxin isn't doing as much damage as it normally does. So I'm assuming it's just poison, because my life is not going down at all. And look at this bullshit. He just keeps spamming the sword dance. I've never even seen this before. So I run through here to see if I've got any of the gleaming moss, thinking I'm toxined when I'm not. I'm actually poisoned. And then I think, balls, I'm just going to have to suck it up and kill him. So now that the skeletons are down, you never want to go far away from this environment. The reason I say this is if you go any further into this room, there's big skeletons that you're going to wake up, and you can kill them with the Divine Club like I did. They just make the fight harder, and they're unnecessary. If you stay near the entrance that you fall into, you can fight Nito after you've killed the skeletons, and he's a big cream puff. I mean, look at him. He does a lot of damage, but he also takes a lot of damage. A couple of things to note. If he huddles over himself, get away from him. He's going to do a massive area of effect move. Whenever he swings, you can time your dodge to evade them and punish him. He's pretty slow, he can poison you, but how bad was the start of this video? Oh, fuck me. Spamming the sword dance? What a dick. But now he's done, we have all the Lord Souls, and the only thing left to do is open up Gwyn's prison and kill the Linker of the First Flame. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm probably going to safe load now to get Paladin Leroy's equip. Oh no, I'm not, because I didn't kill him. What the fuck am I on about? Yeah, it's kind of late. I've been doing this for quite some time, so just bear with my insanity. It's just one of the casualties of talking to yourself for more than 3 hours. But spend your souls. This is my last opportunity to do so, because I think I beat the game at level 75, which is not low to some people, but it is low to a first time through, I do believe. You'll probably be much higher, much closer to 100 when you do it. But thanks for watching, and you take care now.